Chiranjeevi sir, we can start the session. I think students has joined.
Yeah. I'm starting.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So actually, I want to send some mail. If you share the screen, then they are able to see. That's why.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So yesterday we have discussed about cards, right? So now we will discuss about remaining things, but we do not, what is that? Do not waste time. So because of that reason, so I have copied the code. So I want to use it as it is because everything is similar to same, right? What we have discussed earlier, same, we have to change the class name and we have to use the attribute names. That's it. Okay, we will discuss directly those class names and attribute names. Okay. So now we will discuss about collapse. So what is this collapse? So for example, so normally if you observe some interview questions would be like this. Okay. So based upon that, if you expand, then it will expand. So, and sometimes, so it would be like, so closed, right? So for that reason, we have to use, so this collapse. Okay, so we have to expand and we have to close it. So now let me use this one. So if I write all this text content, it will take too much of time. So we will provide inside the container. Okay. Okay, fine. This is okay. Okay, already container is there. Still one div tag is pending. Okay, this is this one. Okay, control A, format document, then we can understand. Okay, fine. Okay, so here I'm writing small heading. Okay, if you want, you can provide the one horizontal row also. Okay, so here if you observe anchor tag, so I have written one link href equal to hash demo something, and class I have created button success. So this is a green color button it will create. So then what is this button block? So we did not discuss about button block, right? So because, so we will discuss now. If you want to create the button, if you want to expand, so entire that button, so until, so end. So then we have to use button block means, so what we have done this one, right? Normally this is the button. If you use button block, it will occupy the entire space. So for that, I have used button block. So now green color, one button will create. Okay, so this is the data toggle. So if you want to So that collapse all those things, we have to use this is attribute. So indirectly some JavaScript jQuery code will work. If it is attribute, JavaScript and jQuery code. So if it is class, then CSS related code will work. Okay, fine. So finally I have written question. So for the particular question, we need to display only the particular answer, right? So for that we need to mention the ID. So this div id equal to demo and ahref equal to has demo must be same. So then only, otherwise if you write has demo here, if you write demo here, if you click this one, then it will open this one. But I don't want like that, right? So if you want to hide this data and if you want to expand this data, so this href value and this id must be same. So then you can write any data here. So this is class collapse we have to use for the style and show little bit. So whenever we have to give initially, so I want to see at least some first code. So second onwards, we have to hide it. So for that reason, it would be displayed, means it would be enabled. So initially it would be display the answer, but later onwards, if you want to close it, you can close it. So by default, it will show this data. So if you don't want, then remove this one. Okay, that's why I did not give here show, right? Now, if you want to open, see, so what is HTML? So HTML is used to create the structure some answer I have given. If you click there, then it would be gone. So even, okay, if you want to provide remove here, then by default, it will not show even that by default HTML1. See, it will hide. Okay, but if you want to provide show means by default, at least one answer should be show, right? So for that reason, we have given show class. Refresh, some answer is displaying. If you want to provide more data, you can provide more data. I have given only less data. Save. Okay. So this is CSS related code. So if it is changes from here to here, if you write demo one, if it you write demo, then it will be reverse. But that's why you need to understand href value and this one. See, if you write, so what is HTML related one? CSS is working. So if you click what is CSS one, HTML related one working. So that's why you need to understand that this href and ID must be same. Then that particular so data will so expose. So this is the way we have to use collapse. Okay, so don't write all these things. Just provide a small thing from here to here. Chat. Okay, so next one, navs. So navs means navigation. So we have to use, okay, we will provide there inside the container. Okay, fine. So normally, if you want to provide any navigation, that nav class we have to use. So this is justify content, start and end would be there. So where you want to provide the navigation. So if you want to provide start, center and end would be there. Okay, so by default it would be start. If you want center and end, we have to use justify content end. So or otherwise center. Nav tabs. So this class is resembles to similar to so like so that tabs it's similar to that links also it would looks like tab. That is the reason we have used navigation tabs. We will see both. Okay, so normally I have given right side. Okay, maximize. Okay, home, about us, contact us, admin access got disabled. Okay, so now this is I have given justify content end. So if you write center, so it will display inside the center. So and moreover, nav tabs, let me remove. Okay, so it should be not tab related things, right? It would be just links. So that's why we have to give the tab related things, then we have to provide so nav tabs. Okay, so if you mouse over, then it would be like tab related thing, right? So some underline symbol also came. Okay, so because of that reason I have used nav tabs. So these are the things, normal things for the navigation. So whenever you want to provide any navigation link, so we have to use the nav link. Each and every item, navigation related item, so nav item class we have to provide. So then those links will display here like this. Okay, so this is normal thing. Disabled means, so like for example, if you want to provide any students list would be there. So students list is there, but I don't want to click on that link. Only admin people can enter this data. Click on that, they will see the student list, but remaining members should not see. So for that reason I have disabled, but remaining links are enabled. For that I have given disabled. We know already, we have discussed. That's it. This is the navigation related links. Okay, so nothing, just we have used only three classes. One is nav, second one is nav item, third one is the nav link. So these are the special features. So justify content center is nothing but, this is not only for navigation, we can use anywhere. So this justify content center start end, so where you want to show that navigation. Nav tabs, it's similar to tab, right? So we can display the tab related things, then we have used nav tabs. These are the extra features. This class, and this class, mandatory classes. Okay, fine. If I type it these things, it will take 15 minutes or 20 minutes. That's why. So I took these things. Okay, even justify content center is there, justify content end is there. It will display center and end. And if you want navigation, so column vertical wise, then we have to use flex column. Okay, so these all are the flex related justify content center. So this flex column, so justify content end start, all these are flex related things. Okay, so next one is nav bar. So don't try to sort what is that, each and everything should not remember. So if you want navigation, what you have to do, let me explain. So I will copy this one, but how to get it, this one I will explain, don't worry. So if you type this much of code, then it would be very difficult in real time. So what we have to do, just copy from the somewhere and paste it here. So this navigation bar, I got it from the getbootstrap.com. Yeah, so this one, this code I have copied and pasted. So here I'm providing links, drop down, disabled one, and as well as search related some text field, some button. These are all things we have already learned earlier. So these are the buttons, this is the drop down, this is the disabled, this is the input field, so this is the button, right? So those things I have combined and I have used in the single way. See, so this is the thing. So get sure, okay, we can use skill aids. Okay, skill age, home, about us, courses, Angular, React.js, Vue.js, something you can add Python or something. Okay, student list, we did not give the permission for the normal user, only admin can access. That's why I have disabled. And some input field, I have given placeholder search, and search is the button. If you minimize, so then we have to use again collapse. So what is this collapse? Just now we have seen, right? So click on that, then it will expand. If you click on that, then it will expand. So for that, we have to use that ID related things, right? Same thing we have used here also. Okay, so just think about class, navbar related classes, these all things. So if you want dark, then dark color. If you want light, then light colors you can use. Okay, so if you want, you can use different things. So this is light color navigation. Okay, light gray should be there. Okay, fine. So you can use anyone as you wish. So just remember this class, but do not remember each and everything. Just think about, if you want light color, then navbar light. So background is light. So dark. Yeah, so here I'm providing so for each and every link, I'm providing the navbar brand is the title. So what exactly the website? So e-hospital or skill edge or get sure or something. Okay, so href equal to, I don't want to go anywhere now. So just I'm giving the brand name. So they will write some bold letter, something. If you want, we can override. You can change the color, right? So, okay, something is there, but we have to remove navbar brand. I want to write color. So orange red. Okay, we will see. Wait, it's not applied. So whether we have given correct or not navbar. Yeah, skillet is coming. Better to give yellow. So this is overriding. So you know these things. Okay, fine. So now what we have to do, so each and every links I have provided, we know already these things. If it is active, then it would be little bit active, right? Home. So white color. So remaining things inactive. So those all are in normal gray color. If you mouse over, then it would be, so it will change the color, but this is disabled link. Similar way, similar to nav item link about us. So I have given drop down. We know already drop down we have discussed. So at the time of badges or somewhere, right? So those things same similar to here. So here you need to understand some divider is there, right? So if you want to separate those courses, for example, on top of that, we need to display only front end. And after divider, you need to provide server side technologies, right? So then you can use drop down divider. Okay. So for better understanding, something here, Python, Java. So these all are front end, these all are server side. You can think like that. So I'm giving one divider. Okay. So this is the way you have to, if you want to add logo. Yeah. So just we have to provide the image. That's it. So instead of, if you want to add image, something is asking. So instead of skill edge, you have to provide the image. Okay. So if you want, we will add it. Okay. Something skill edge. So icon is there or not? Okay, some icon we will take. Which are the image we like it? Okay, some skills came. So if you want to filter, you can filter. So color. black one I required. Okay, unnecessarily time waste. We can take this one. Save image as. Okay, so where we have to go there, images. So where is our image? Something image. Oh, this is not required, not good. So go to the reveal in file explorer. So go to the image, give this path. So where? Here. Enter. Image name is skill something. Save. It will store. Oh, this is the bad thing. Okay, we will change here. So it is coming recently. So like this, why it is coming GIF, right? So JPG if you provide. Okay, fine. So just provide. If you want, you can provide skill it also. Image src equal to. So I need to prove the related path images skill.jpg. So you need to adjust the width and height, all those things. Okay, it's very big image. So instead of this one, we need to provide, actually we need to provide the class and then do it. But actually one image is there for us. So we can directly apply the element selector. So width, some 20%, height, some 20%, we will see how much small it is. Width, something height, by default auto will take. Yeah, but still it is not good. Okay, so we can reduce 10, we will see. Okay, somewhat better. Okay, you can provide the images here. Okay. Okay, fine. Skill age is something if you want any space. So ampersand NBSP semicolon. How many spaces are required? We should not use much more. If you want to give, you can give single space or tab space based on your requirement. You have to use it. So normally we have to use CSS padding and all those things, but not this ampersand NBSPs. Oh, what happened? We have provided outside.
Sir, you are spelling wrong.
NBSP, non-breaking space. Yeah, skill is some space is there, so for better look. Okay, so leave it about that thing. Do not decorate too much. So finally we got the image also, and now this drop down we have already discussed. So disabled we have already discussed, disabled and active. So this is form fields we will discuss in the next session. So what are the form fields? Just provided on input field and as well as one button. Okay, so this is so margin y-axis level we are using this is. Okay, so this is MR means margin right. Okay, so these are the things we will use for the bootstrap level. Yeah, so here the thing is, so everything what we discussed earlier, image, button or something brand name they have given. So these all are the links. So drop down, so disable, so input field button. So that navigation, so that these three bars icon came it and as well as this expand. So what we have done for that. So whenever we have to do that collapse, data toggle collapse we have used, okay, and data target we have used that content related ID. So you can give, say, any ID name. Okay. So for example, Chiru, the same Chiru you have to use at the time of ID. So there for the anchor tag we have used, but here we need to click on the button, right? For that we are using. Okay. So that button, how it will generate? This is the class navbar toggler icon. If you remove, so then that, okay, I did not save, refresh. So that icon is gone. So that rounded things would be there. So those three lines will not be there. So that's why we have to use this class. Then it will appear those three lines inside that. Okay, fine. So this is the way we have to use expand, that is collapse related one. So if you click this same what we have seen earlier, so collapse what is HTML, that similar way we are doing. So but relationship between, so this button and as well as this entire block. Same earlier, what is HTML? That HTML description we are link, right? Similar way we have done this toggle data toggle collapse. Okay, so this is a navigation bar inside the Bootstrap. This is very useful for you. Okay, so while giving assignment, you have to implement first this one. So just copy paste it. Then based on your requirement, you have to add the image, title you have to change. So based on your requirement, you have to change the links. Okay, fine. So let me provide this code. Okay, customization you know already. Or something else. Are possible? Can you show legend example? Field set and legend. Yeah, Alkesh, I think you're already aware of that one, right? That is the reason you're asking. Yeah, in the Bootstrap level, so field set legend doesn't support. So for that, we have to do customization. Okay, so directly Bootstrap, if you use field set legend, so they have overridden, so it should not work inside the Bootstrap. In the CSS level, that field set and legend, it works because we are using so HTML code. It's fine. If you want to apply any styles, you can apply inside that. But while working with this thing, so Bootstrap, so that field set legend doesn't work. For that, we have to do customization. Okay, fine. Yeah, just note down. No, not there. Yeah, we have to do customize it. Expand false. It will coming until expand false where it is. Do one thing. So I will ping you until an order list. Still false. It is coming. Okay, we will split container. Button. And then we will provide until div, whether it will go or not, we will check it out. Nav item. No, it's not going. So we will write until students list. What is this? How much capacity max on this chat window? So 28 to 47 I will send. Okay, until lithium 48. Okay, I think it is going. So that Java is going, right? Okay, fine. So then we will send. Okay, now you can copy and paste it somewhere else. Okay, so fine. Next one is the forms. So forms is very useful at the time of this thing. Just have provided combined all the form fields and keep it in one place. So div. Okay, fine. Okay, So just I'm providing form fields. Just let me check it out first. So class equal to container, we know. Okay, this is already there. Then remove one div. Yeah. So form action, I don't want to go anywhere. So label, this is the thing generally whenever you want to go for the couple of things for the particular field. So generally in the bootstrap level, so we have to write the username, then text field. These are the two things we will use. One is label and another one is, so what is the text field? So combinedly these two, we will nothing but we will use class equal to form group. The same thing we are using, so that form group class for those label and then as well as text field. Okay, same thing I'm using class form group inside that label and text field. So each and every text field, we know we have to use the form control. Okay. Okay, fine. So each and every field, we have to use the form control. So at the time of, so even React.js or so what's that Angular, if you want to use any forms, if you use internally Bootstrap, we have to use this form only, right? So class equal to each and every field text field form control. Okay. So then not only form, every input field we will provide the form control. And moreover, so we have to use for, this is just for if you want to click on that, it will go there. For that we will use for. Okay. So even if you remove that one also, no issues. Yeah, so and placeholder, all these things, you know, these all are the things already provided by the at the time of HTML. So this is, we know, empty field validation required. Pattern is min length, max length, invalid we can do. I have given only required here, or otherwise remove this one. Yeah, next, same thing for password. So I have given for address, same story, extra form control we have given. Okay, so this is text area we have learned at the time of HTML. So I'm giving for the bikes, we have already created bikes only at the time of HTML, Hero, Honda, Suzuki, something. But the thing is here, so if it is, so checkboxes or radio buttons, little bit different class names, form check label. So we know this is checkbox, but form check input. So text field, we will use form control. So for radio buttons and checkboxes, form check label we have to use. So here I want to use form check input, checkboxes and radio buttons. Okay, fine. And finally, okay, text area we have already seen. So I did not provide drop down deleted things. Okay, I did not provide that one. So select option also we have to use drop down something. Okay, we know drop down, right? We have already learned same drop down only. See, username, text field, password, address, text area, bikes and gender, and as well as same as drop down what we have seen. I think drop down I did not write. Yeah, I have written here. Okay, until here. So we know drop down we have already learned. So almost all the things I have provided. So Angular, React, Vue.js, it is there. So here it is, space is not there, that's why it is going top. I did not write any special condition for that. Okay. So this is the way, same as HTML, what we have created earlier. The extra thing is form control within the form group. If it is text fields, form check label, so form check input for the input level ready button and check boxes. And moreover, so this form check inline, why I have written, if you want to display single line, so for that I have written form check inline. Okay, so next one, ready button check boxes, drop down, same story, select class equal to form control only, form group only. Okay, so then finally we know the button, so success or danger or warning or something, so it will display the button color. So this is nothing but simply one registration form with all the fields. Okay, so just it will not go, I think. Let's see. Okay, fine. I will do one thing. I will send the document. That would be better for you instead of pinging like this. So next one is the model. So what is the model? So we have generated alerts, right? So but here model, it looks like good. So and moreover, we can specify the header, body, and as well as footer. Okay, so earlier in my website I have developed this type of model for initial advertisement. Okay, so once we move to the internally, so then we have to display our actual website. Okay, so for that reason, sometimes what will happen, so parent to child communication, if you want to edit any form, then we have to display the, so one model pop up, then we have to enter the data, then if you click submit, the data will come to the parent component or parent. Okay, so that type of scenarios we will use model. Okay, so how to use, just it is very easy. Okay, it looks like big, but it's very easy. So I have created one button. We know primary button I have created. So if you want, you can create some secondary or success or something. So if you observe here, I have created data target. So whenever you want to click on some link is there opening, so or something, so then we have to use this data target. So my model I have provided. So which pop-up you want to open, that content related information we have to provide ID. So this one and this one must be same. Then only this button related pop-up will display. So here, so whenever we have to create any dialog boxes, model dialog box, we have to use the class name is model dialog. Okay, so inside that we are writing class name model content if you want to specify any data. So there we have to specify header, body, and footer. So model header, model body, model footer. So inside the model header, I'm writing heading name is customer information, that is model title. So then I want to close the button like alert. We have dismissible, we have used, right? Similar way here, data dismiss model we have to use. Same cross mark ampersand times. Okay, so that button closed, and then customer data, the table we have to display something. Okay, so then we have to display the footer. Okay, if you want any table, so bootstrap table. So any one table we have to take it. Okay, save. Now if you open, so if you click on open table, open, so some customer information heading is coming. So then, so that close button, right, ampersand we have written times, that one close. And the table, what we are seeing, this is the content of that particular model box. So then footer is I have provided only close. So this is the footer. So I have provided the close button. We have already discussed these buttons earlier, right? So content, instead of content also we have provided the display data also. So this is the way we have to display the model box. So whenever you want to click on the any model, so this thing. So for example, sometimes links, edit link would be there. If you click on edit, so I want to display the form. So earlier some form is there. So we will see this form is fit for that model or not. We will check it out. So container I have provided. So I think model size we need to increase. Where is table? I think I have provided one more container there. Where is body? Yeah, container you can remove. One more div we need to remove. Okay, we will see. Yeah, it's fine. So this type of, like, whenever we have to click the edit form, so that form data we have to display like this. So once we enter submit or something, then it will go and this data will reflect into the parent component. That type of scenarios we have to use. So that pop-up model. So next one is icons. So whenever you want to go for the icons, Bootstrap 3 supports this glyphicons. Bootstrap 4 doesn't support glyphicons. Again, Bootstrap 5 supports glyphicons. Okay, but if you want to provide in the Bootstrap 4 level, we will use Font Awesome. Okay, we will use Font Awesome icons. So generally earlier, so Bootstrap 3 provides, these are the glyphicons. Glyphicons means what? So generally, so if you want to display any images like mail or rupees or dollar or something like contact symbol, so edit symbol, delete symbol, all those things, instead of images, we will use glyphicons. Okay, so instead of these glyphicons, they have introduced from the Bootstrap 3, but they have removed from the Bootstrap 4 and they have added extra again on Bootstrap 5. But Bootstrap 4 we are using in real time nowadays. Everyone is using Bootstrap 4. But how to use these glyphicons? So there is no this thing. So we have to use only font awesome icons. So for that we need to one extra CSS file we need to add. So there is no JavaScript required here. There is no jQuery required. So that's why simply we can use CSS this thing. Okay, so this is font awesome related icons. So now if you want to use, so font awesome is having some icon names. You can use any one of the icons based on your requirement. I will send the document, entire document. Don't worry, don't write anything. So that's why I'm not pinging anything. Yeah, container body, right? Okay, fine. Save. Refresh. Yeah. So these are the icons. So whichever the things, cloud computing or something, car or something. So we have different glyphicons, font or some icons would be there. See, so these are the icons list would be there. So each and every keyword, so we will mention here, just name, that's it. So font awesome cloud, font awesome coffee, font awesome car, font awesome file, bar. Some names would be there, so we have to use that names. If they provide any names, yes, here it is. So ADN, Android, Byte, Bitcoin, or Dropbox, something. So the simple, we have to provide the names here. That's it. Okay, it will display the icons. So these are the things about bootstrap things. So remaining things are there. Slide shows all those things we should not use in real time. Okay, so that's why what are the things are useful. I have covered all the bootstrap related things. But now if you want to do customization level something, I want to change the breakpoints. So bootstrap has given some breakpoints we have discussed at the time of starting, right? So now if you want to change that breakpoints, I don't like those breakpoints, I want to do customization, then we can use this media queries. So along with media queries, we have to use the metadata tag, meta tag. Inside that, we have to provide the viewport. Why we have to use this viewport? For example, in the mobile device, so normally the text should be something right in the desktop. So if you want to display the same text in the mobile device, so maybe it would be increasing, right? So who will increase? So that zoom thing, who will take care? So that is meta tag. So that initial scale, if you want to mention 1.0 based on the device width, it will zoom based on the devices like maybe mobile, tab, desktop, larger desktop. So that is the reason we will use this viewport. Okay, so let me use this one. Okay, I think I have already provided this thing. No, I did not provide. Okay, so this thing is not required, right? Okay, fine, we will make it whole thing. So this is not related to the bootstrap, right? This is related to the CSS. This is our file, right? Yeah, fine. So if you observe, so here media query, some heading is there. So some background color is red. So resize the browser window to see what will happen. So based on the device we have written means based on the breakpoints we have changed the colors. Oh, actually that bootstrap is required. So because they have changed this thing, right? Okay. Control Z. So that particular part only we have to write it. So head, right, body part, we will keep it as it is. Okay, so actually we need to use external style. Okay. So inside the body, even if you provide icons also no issues, but some text. Okay, fine. Save. Yeah, so now if you control 0 first of all. Yeah, so this is the actual window. So okay, we will change the colors and all those things. I just see here first of all try to understand extra small devices. So phones 600 pixels and down we have to write the @media. Okay, so only screen, actually there are three ways would be there. So one is all, it supports for all the things, and the screen, and as well as a print. While giving print, so we have to display exactly, right? So that's why we have to provide three things, three medias. One is screen, all, and as well as print. So here that we are giving especially for the screen means that website. So and max width 600 pixels means So less than until 0 to 599 pixels. So it would be the example class is, so something I'm writing background color is red. If it is less than 600 pixels, okay, max width is 600. So first we will go to the mobile device. So this is the mobile device less than 600 pixels. You can imagine. So if you want to better to understand, go to the Mozilla browser. It's not there, Firefox. Oh, I did not install. Okay, let me install. You can, I think here, so Control Shift F, Windows Shift M. No, these things will work on only Firefox. So Firefox, this is very useful at the time of checking Bootstrap. So means this responsiveness. Yeah. So if you run the same application here, where is our application? Copy, paste. Yeah, okay. So if you observe Windows Shift M, no, it's not coming. Control Shift M.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, Control Shift M. Yes. Who is that?
Yes, sir. I'm Paras. Your screen is not visible, sir.
What happened? Yeah, are you able to see now?
Yes, yes, it is visible now.
Yeah, so control, just I have downloaded the Firefox. I did not do anything. Okay, so Control Shift M is the shortcut. So if you observe here, responsive 320 and 480 width and height. So if you want to increase, see that size got increased. So how much we have given? So fine. Okay, fine. So if you want to provide 599, see 598, 599, we are unable to go. 598 red. So 600 onwards, it would be green color. Okay, so this is the mobile device. So responsiveness, we can check it through. So this Mozilla Firefox. So how much we have given remaining things? So example, red color. So if it is less than 600 pixels, so min width 600 means, so it will start green color from 600 onwards. Okay, so now we got the 600 onwards, the green color. So until 767 pixels. So once it is 768 pixels, so it will be coming to the blue color. See, 767. Oh, okay, fine. So this is blue. And after that, we are writing, so minimum 992 pixels orange. So orange. So finally, we will get the pink color. So these are the media queries. So we can write it our own. If you want, you can change. I don't want 600 pixels. I want to give only 500 pixels. So then min width is 500. So if you save, refresh, then now 500 plus if you write. See, earlier 600, so it will change right now. So now if you give 500, it will change. because so we have done the customization through media queries. Okay, so this is the way we have to use the media queries. And moreover, sometimes if you provide one div block area, but I don't want to display that div block area, so if it is mobile device like that, we can hide the so that particular div or span or something. Okay, we can do anything so based on the breakpoints. So inside that we will apply for the div. So that div class related things you have to write. So visibility hidden or display colon none, these things would be there. We can use and we can hide that particular block of area. So those things also we can do. So this is nothing but media queries. So by using CSS media queries, we can change that particular bootstrap related breakpoints based on the client requirement. So sometimes client requests, maybe Bootstrap 5 is introduced now. So one mobile device came or one tab device came, but they may change the device. So, but Bootstrap 5 is out, already out, but the mobile device width got changed. But that is very famous mobile. So then what we have to do? So we have to do the customization, right? For that we will use media queries. Okay, fine guys. This is the bootstrap. So do not learn too much about this bootstrap. So we are not web designers. So actually we are developers. This is more than enough. So now come to the your assignment part. Same what we discussed till now you have to provide. Same navigation bar. Okay. You can provide the logo. Same title. Okay, e-hospitals. So not only the same project, you can do anything, any links you can provide, but minimum information should be there. So I don't want any search or something, so I require so home, or otherwise if you want to provide, you can provide. So here also give the space home, about us. Okay, so doctors, nurses. Okay, we will write drop down, that would be better, right? So employees. Okay, this is the drop down. So under that employees, we have to provide the so doctors, patients. So not patients, doctors, nurses. Okay, these two things you have to provide. Okay, so and finally, so we have to specify the contact us. Okay, so before that contact us, we have to display some WhatsApp symbol, something. Okay, so contact us or otherwise, so you have to use the so font or some related that contact cell symbol would be there, or otherwise some landline symbol would be there. So do not use images. Okay, so if you want, you can use here. So here font or some hospital related image, and you can maximize it. Okay, by using customized CSS, you can maximize the glyphicon. Okay, so this is the nothing but just this thing. So you can provide, if you want, you can provide the image and some information you have to specify. No sir, we want to revise that bootstrap related remaining things. You can apply the slideshow. Okay, so here same information what we click that employees, right? So here doctors. So exact, that is first one is 12 grid. So this is a 3 grids you have to create by using same only width, but I do not have space. So not 3, 4, 4, 4. This is, you can use image, banner image, or you can use slideshow. Okay. So then finally you have to write the footer. This is your 6th assignment. So did you take the assignments from the POSA? Did you discuss with your POSA or something? Pranabir or not Pranabir, discuss with Rohit or Pooja. Sir, can we use Unicode for logo for that product? No, do not use any Unicodes or something. So try to use only font awesome icons. If you try to use Bootstrap 5, again you can use Bootstrap icons. But do not use, so what is that, normal, these things, okay, images or otherwise any other Unicode related things. Okay, fine. So now, so this is footer you have to add. So now here, this is the doctor's way. So whenever we have to click on doctors, okay, so listen carefully. So whenever you have to click on doctors, so that hard coded data only it present. So patients, nurses. I want to display so doctor image and doctor details. How? Whenever we have to click on doctors, it will redirect to the doctors.html page. There we have to display what doctor image, doctor ID. I think you have printed product ID, product name, something table, right? So not for you. Okay, fine. So this is doctor image. So doctor name. So Dr. Chiranjeevi. Okay. Fee. So something like we have to provide consultation fee, something RS 500 rupees. You have to use table as you wish. Bootstrap table, you can use any one of the table. So it is related to the Bootstrap, that particular web page. It looks good. So you can use red color, green color. Don't try to use like that. It should be matching with that particular template. Okay. So try to use so official colors. Don't use red, green, all those things. If it is required, then try to use green. For contact number, you can use green color cell symbol. Okay, so if it is a hospital symbol, that plus would be there. You can use some normally so plus symbol how it looks like same. Okay, so that's based on your websites. You can check multiple websites would be there hospital. You can utilize those things. So I want to doctor. So image, doctor name. So doctor consultation fees, and that doctor. So is the famous for what? So like dentist would be there like that, right? So here, what we call it as the designation. Okay, we will write designation. So dentist something. We need to provide the heading. I'm not writing heading. So then how many years of experience something. So these are the 5 columns you have to display. Similar way, so whenever we want to click on doctors, I want to display at least 5 doctors. So I'm providing 3 doctors. Similar way, patients you have to display table. So nurses also you have to display one table, but those 3 pages are different pages, not same pages. Okay, so but banner should be same, or slideshow if you want as you wish. So that should be same, but page should be changed and it will display this particular table. Okay, so you can utilize all the Bootstrap features. Okay, so what are the things we have discussed? All the things you have to display. For example, if you want to provide, you can provide that thing. Here it is not required. So under a doctor, if you want to display 5 doctors, each and every doctor information, if you want to go, then click on the doctor, it would be collapsible. Okay, then we need to write more description about that particular doctor. So you have to display the doctor. So if you click on the doctor, then we have to display that particular doctor more information. So instead of redirecting to the another page, just use the collapse static one. Okay, so like that. So whatever the things till now we have discussed about all the Bootstrap, you have to apply for this website. Okay, so this is the sixth assignment. So you have to complete. I will verify. So each and every CSS class, whether we are using or not. Okay, so like what are the things we have discussed, like from starting onwards, badges, buttons as usual we will use, alerts. So what else? Text content. So and then model. So and also if you want, you can display. So that particular doctor, click on that, so button you have to provide, so more information, then click on that, so one model pop-up you have to display, that doctor related information you have to display. But make sure where you are using that bootstrap related thing, so you can imagine and try to develop the website. So I will verify each and every one member should not be seen. So that navigation link, it's okay, but navigation link should be different. Not only hospital related things. You can choose anyone, anything. So if it is a bank, or if it is a hospital, if it is like what is the stock market related things, if it is anything, any domain you can choose as you wish. But I need at least this type of information. Three boxes, three different boxes, three different results you have to display. Okay, fine. So go for break and come back within 5 to 10 minutes. Then we will continue with so remaining things. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me. I will give you the time. Dr. The new HTML page should you create with all information of doctor, right? Yes, Soros. So that particular first, whenever we have to click on the doctors, then doctors list you have to display first. Okay, so if you click on the particular doctor, you have to give the collapse or you have to give the model. If you have creativity, so based on the bootstrap classes, you can utilize anything, no issues. That is your creativity. Okay, but click on the doctors. I need doctors list. If I click on patients list, at least 5 members should be there. If I click on each and every doctor, what you have to do, just think about yourself. Okay, fine. So go for break and come back. Then we will continue with the assignments and questions. Then we will start TypeScript. Yeah, sorry guys, I got a important call, so because of that reason. So even I did not update here because of that little bit emergency related one. Okay, fine. So now what we have to do, so did you understand the assignment clearly? So let me explain one more time. So can I explain? Okay, fine. So just listen carefully. So here, so logo, so bootstrap or font awesome icon. So there is no bootstrap icon. You can use font awesome icon and as well as increase the icon size. So based on the fit for this particular navigation. Okay, so that is if it is hospital related. So icon font awesome icon you have to use. Okay, or otherwise you can utilize proper image if it is doesn't find particular glyphicon or font awesome icon. If you did not find, then you can use so small logo. Okay, so this is the heading. So home, about us, contact us. So here home related font awesome icon. So home related font awesome icon, then text. Okay, everywhere we have to use the font awesome icon. Similar way about us and contact us icons. If you want to provide, you can provide the drop down here, but the same information I have provided here. So or otherwise, but meaningful, right? We have to use somewhere else drop down. So where you want to use exactly, you have to decide, or otherwise you have to write down here employees, then provide the doctors, patients, and nurses. But employees, patients will not come. That's why I'm thinking. So you have to write the members or something drop down. If you click on those links and these links, both are same. So, but here in the home page, we are displaying one doctors. Okay, here some patients. So while displaying doctors, so what you have to do, so background, some doctors related information, and top of that, you have to write the some text, some doctors info, something. Similar way, patients and nurses, but same three things you have to provide inside the drop down. Okay, so same thing. Now if I click on the doctor's link here, so I want to display so one doctors.html page, that is this one. Okay, so here you need to provide, so no need to use any collapse here, so you need to provide more info button here. So more info button, if I click on more info, then it should display one pop-up. Just now we have seen model pop-up there in the header pop-up. So we have displayed the pop-up right just now. So here pop-up, it would be display header. So header is nothing but doctor name. So doctor description. So how many years of experience? So what are the things he has done? Some description about that particular doctor and some footer. Okay, so if I click on more information, we have to display that particular doctor related pop-up. If I click on here, so then particular this doctor related information you have to display. So like that, 5 doctors, 5 model pop-ups you have to use. That is finished. Similar way, we have to use patients and nurses. Patients means, so what are the, so what is that, what we call, so some, what is that, headache or fever or something would be there. So those issues you have to mention inside the that particular so body. That patient name is the header name. So inside the body, you have to write the description similar to nurses. Same thing, doctors related things only, you have to change the text, that's it. And here, so what are the things we have discussed till now, where we want to fit those things? Jumbotron, first one. So Jumbotron, you can utilize. So starting after the navigation, you can use Jumbotron. Okay, So after that, so you have to provide the doctor's patient nurses. No need to provide. If you provide the slideshow, then remove the jumbotron. You can provide the if you whenever we have to click on the doctor's info link, right? Then you can provide the jumbotron, some heading, so doctor's information, something jumbotron. So under that, you have to provide the doctor's list. Okay. So how let me explain. Oh, we need to save. Doctors, not doctors. Application. So now, once we click on the doctors, navigation would be there. Jumbotron. This is doctors info. That doctors list we have to display like this. This is doctors list.html or doctors.html something. I'm not writing multiple. So each and every doctor is having more info. If you click on more info, this whole doctor information, this is minimal information would be available inside the table row. But if you click on more, so that pop up, we have to give the more information. Okay, so that is doctors.html. Similar way, patients.information. Here we have to write the jumbotron, big one. Okay, some jumbotron related things you have to utilize. Okay, so here something you can write subheading, something related to the doctors. Okay, so here next one, jumbotron is over. Alert. So if you want to use where it will fit this particular alert. So for example, if you want to use, we can use JavaScript splice method for deleting particular doctor. So if you try to use it, you can use splice method by using JavaScript. So try to remove, then you can provide the confirmation box. So if you want to apply JavaScript also, are you sure you want to delete this doctor? So then you have to delete the doctor, right? That alert box you have to provide by using alert. Okay, so try to apply buttons, So buttons outline we have already used at the time of navigation. Sizes, it's okay. Disable button, okay. Button groups, okay. This is okay. So badges, so how many patients would be there? If you want to provide, you can provide the badges number. So doctors, 5 doctors would be there, right? So you can provide the doctors beside some 5 doctors, something in this hospital. Okay. So, and after that progress bar. So whenever you want to open something, okay, but we can't do here dynamically. Where we have to use progress bar. You can think, na? So, and as well as spinner, similar to cards. Yeah. So for doctors list, patients list, and as well as nurses list, you have to use the cards. So that doctor image instead of table. So you have to provide the cards also. No issues. As you wish, you can use table. Okay, do one thing. For doctors, you can use cards. For nurses, you can use table. So patients, you can use table. Okay, fine. Collapse, if you want to write any queries, doctor queries or something. So, sir, doctor sir, so what are the tablets we have to use for the fever? Some question and answers you have to specify. So you have to utilize the CSS class, these bootstrap classes somewhere else in your website. That is our main target. But where we have to use exactly, you have to think. So navs okay, navbar okay. Forms, the forms, right? So for example, navigation, if you want to click on freshly, if you want to accept that customer, what is that patient, we have to provide the registration form. So provide the one link, so register patient. So at the time of patients, we have to display the form, right? So if you want to create freshly one patient, so create patient, create doctor, create nurse, you have to provide the form. Okay, so then model we have discussed, icons we have discussed. Okay, fine. So just try to apply all these things. Okay, fine. So assignment is done. If you have any questions, you can ask me now onwards. You can unmute your mic, so you can ask me. Based on that, I will give you the response. This is assignment 6, yes. And moreover, please try to do it remaining 3 assignments. Just ask with Pooja and Rohit. So try to do those 3 assignments also. Those all are small assignments. So like we have to use so countries list, then we have to display states list. So based on the country, so then we have to display the states. Okay, that is one assignment. Some what is that? SIP calculator if you want to go for mutual funds, right? So that is, I have given one more assignment. So if you provide bulk amount, something 6 lakhs, so what is the final price? We will get it after 5 years, something, if you invest in the mutual funds. So that type of assignments I have given one more. So one more thing, they just I have given 3 more assignments after 2. So this is the 6th assignment. By using Bootstrap, you have to do it. Okay, but these all are for, we will use actual assignment at the time of React.js, but you need to understand how to use Bootstrap, you need to understand how to use JavaScript, right? That is the reason you have to do those assignments first. Okay, fine. Any other questions? Sir, where are we sharing this code document? I told you now, you have already aware of GitHub, right? So if you know the GitHub, then you can share me the GitHub link. Right, someone is asking, Shubham is asking questions. You are saying no questions. Yeah, so reminding guys, Bootstrap codes. What is Bootstrap codes? Shubham, I did not understand Bootstrap codes. Yeah, code. Okay, Bootstrap related topic. I will send it to you. Don't worry. So I will send it to Pooja and Pooja will send it to you. No questions, right? Okay, fine. So when can I expect these assignments? 6 assignments. So what is today's date? 25th. Can I get these assignments on Monday? So you tell me the date. So when can I expect the assignments? You tell me the date. 30th. So today 25th, 30th means Wednesday. Okay, fine. So end of this month 30th. Okay, that is also fine. Okay, I will verify on Wednesday. Okay, so everyone should share the GitHub links to this URL, this mail. Okay, so I will try to conduct tests also based on HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap. So until Bootstrap, if time permits, then I will try to add TypeScript also. So I will try to conduct one test also for you. So in that test, I will give you one, what is that, practical oriented example. So like similar to the assignment. So I will give my own. So assessment, I can provide you one scenario. So based on that, you have to implement the logic. Okay, I will give you that one, and as well as some multiple choice questions I can provide you. So it's around 50 questions. Okay, after 30th only I can provide you the test. So before TypeScript or before React.js starts. Okay, please prepare well. So don't prepare like previous. Okay, even I did not. Could you please ping me those members? So I did not take an interview, right? Who are those members? So I will try to take an interview individually, so not in the group level. So I will try to spend Anuj Gupta. Who else? Suras, Pratik Hopal. Only I think 5 members are there, right? Oh, 6, 7. Okay, fine. So we'll check it out. Fine. So we will go for the TypeScript level. Okay, so what is TypeScript? Okay, here we did not discuss much about TypeScript. Okay, we will focus on, so what JavaScript? So ES6 plus. So TypeScript features we will discuss only 3, but combination of all these things is nothing but TypeScript. So we have already learned JavaScript. So we will learn ES6 plus features. Then TypeScript, we will more focus on interfaces and inheritance. So interface level inheritance, we will focus, not remaining topics. Static type checking and inheritance, I will try to cover. Remaining things I don't want to cover. So remaining most of the features will come from the ES6 plus 5 feature, ES6 plus features only. Okay, fine. So now, first of all, okay, so what is ES6? Why we have to use ES6? We have to discuss. So earlier we have JavaScript, right? So now still why we have to move JavaScript, or is that ES6? So earlier, if you want to go for JavaScript, so we have given only, why it is giving this much? So 20. Number lock. Yeah, so JavaScript we have learned already. So JavaScript is used for creating the business logic, behavior or business logic, the web page something, right? So, but similar to this, what is the advantage of TypeScript and what is the advantage of ES6? So ES6 is not new thing. So this is similar to JavaScript only, what we have discussed, but extra features they have given. Okay, so those features we have discussed already at the time of starting, right? So let and constant keywords, so lambda functions, and then we have discussed about what is that what is that default parameter, rest parameter, spread operator, destructuring. So what else we have discussed? I forgot those things. So even set map, but we don't want to discuss set map. So coming to the here, static type checking in the TypeScript, static type checking and inheritance and as well as interfaces. Okay, so inside the ES6 level also we will discuss about classes. Okay, let me write down each and everything. So we will discuss about latent constant keywords. So then we have to use the lambda functions. So third one, why it is moving there? Yeah, so template literals or string literals. So what else we have discussed? We will discuss about all the function level things. So like, so what are those things? So default mandatory parameters we know. So default parameters, optional parameters, and rest parameters. So now we have to discuss about destructuring, spread operator, classes and objects, inheritance. So ninth one is modules. Okay, so we have to use the import export keywords. So what else we have to discuss? Okay, if I forget anything, then we will recollect. So here coming to this thing, static type checking. So that these things, static type checking and as well as this interface and inheritance, we will try to cover within 1 hour only. So inheritance. No, so set and map will not cover. So because certain maps will not discuss. So I will discuss with once Rohit. So if they need, then I will try to discuss here certain map also. So earlier we have discussed about this certain map, but later onwards we are not using those things nowadays. So then why we have to discuss those things? We have stopped. Okay, I will check with, but in future we will use definitely, that is sure. Okay, so and here we will discuss about, I forgot. So advanced, so array functions. So map, filter, so reduce, so find, sum, all these things we will try to cover here. What else is there? Okay, fine. So these are the things we will cover. So 12, 13, 14. But I don't want to cover. So remaining TypeScript related things would be there, tuple would be there, generics would be there. So these things I don't want to cover. So because we need to focus on mostly ES6 plus features, that's why until here. But these things, even if you use in future, so TypeScript also, so they mostly use interfaces, inheritance, and static type check, and these three are important. So that's why I will try to cover these concepts in this. Yeah, fine. So first of all, I will give you overview of entire things. Don't worry, later I will try to discuss each and everything in detail with examples. Okay, so now first, so what is let and const? So let is, earlier we have used var keyword, right? Just listen. So var is nothing but function level scope. So whenever we have to write function, so if you write number of lines of code, so after that, if you write any if condition, so if you declare any variable, so this value would be accessible, so entire this function. But if you write any let keyword, it would be accessible only block level. Okay, practically we will see. Now you understand. So block means wherever curly braces starts. So let keyword accessible only block level, var keyword accessible within the function level. Then what is constant? So constant also accessible within the block level. But the thing is, whenever we have to declare the variable, we have to initialize immediately. Okay, this is mandatory. And moreover, so once we provide the value, then we should not change the value, that is constant, right? Fine. Second one, I'm writing overview. So I will discuss each and everything clearly tomorrow, but just try to understand, then you can understand easily from tomorrow onwards. So earlier, if you want to write anonymous function, we have learned, right? So same function I'm writing, so in the different approach, that's it. So first one is the normal anonymous function. So if you use lambda function, just remove the function keyword. So provide the arrow symbol, that's enough. But in detail, I did not explain. So try to understand. So template literal. So whenever you want to go for, so earlier, if you want to write hello, after that, how are you? If you want to print, then we need to give the slash n. So slash n means next line it will display. So for that, you have to give like this. But now onwards, no need to give. So they have given backticks. So no need to give this slash n. And one more thing, if you want to provide variables console.log, so result, okay. So result plus A plus B. So we have to write like this. So now onwards, don't write like this by using ES6 means optimized code. That's it. So backtick, this is also template literal. Result. So no need to write any plus symbols or nothing. Just write down A plus B, that's it. So this is nothing but embedded expression. We will call it as, so this is, so interpolation. Okay, so this is the template literal, this is the lambda function. So this is the constant, we have seen the let and var. So next one, so default parameters, optional parameter and rest parameters. We know we have already learned mandatory parameters, but optional, so rest and default parameters also we can pass from ES6 onwards. Destructuring. So if you have one array, if you want to split that array and if you want to place individual values into variables, then we have to use destructuring. So we can do destructuring for the objects and as well as arrays also. Indirectly, we are doing destructuring for the objects. Means array is one of the objects only. Okay, fine. Spread operator. So normally, if you want to combine two arrays, if you want to add some elements to the existing array, something, so then we will use, so this, so spread operator. And moreover, if you want to clone the array, so then we can also use this spread operator. Okay, classes. Earlier, we have learned functions, but constructor function way of object creation, we have learned similar way we have to use classes, but here we will use class keyword. Okay, so then inheritance, so underscore underscore proto, so colon, if you write the parent class, then we are able to access parent class properties and methods into sub function or sub object or child object. Similar way, here we will use extends keyword, and if it is TypeScript, implements keyword. So if you have one class, that class may have properties and methods. So same properties and methods we need to access from the child class. Then we have to use extends keyword. Then we have to access parent related properties and methods from the child class. Okay, so these all the things will take care by the inheritance. There inside the JavaScript, we have used a prototype keyword. So function name dot prototype dot property name or method name, but indirectly that is using underscore underscore proto underscore underscore colon parent. Okay, so these are the things about inheritance modules. So if you want to use so one class or one variable or one property, one array, one function, something. One place we have written file1.ts, but I want to access those properties, array, string, number, boolean, function, object, something into another file. So we have to use import and export keyword. Okay, then we can achieve modules concept. Set and map, set will store so another objects. So for example, I have created one array. So I want to store that array into another object that is set. But it will store only single values. Means it will not have key value pair. But if you want to go for a map, it will store as a key value pair. Okay, so we will discuss about separately. Set is having some predefined methods, map is having some predefined methods. So inside that we can get the keys, values, entries, all those things. If it is required, then I will discuss 10th and 11th. I will discuss with Rohit, then based on that I will discuss. Okay, so advanced array functions, map, filter, reduce. So for each method, find, sum, all those things I will try to cover. Small differences would be there. Okay, we will discuss. So static type checking, that is related to TypeScript. Generally, JavaScript is loosely typed scripting language or static typed checking language. But loosely typed or dynamic typed. But TypeScript is strictly typed or static type checking. So it is similar to Java and .NET. So we have to provide the type immediately if you know the Java and .NET, or otherwise ignore it. So TypeScript level, we have to discuss about type checking because you are learning Python, right? So even Python also doesn't have any this data types. So type will get determined at the time of program execution. Fine. So in interface, so normally class is having properties, methods, so and constructor. So everything would be there, implementation, initialization. But interface doesn't have any implementation and initialization. Only declarations would be there. That's why, so we will give the only for mark. Soap, it is a markable. So bang, it is a mark. Okay, so if you want to go for marking, so if you want to go for the brand name, so right, so Aravindo, some brand, something like if you want to take it some brand, so those all are things are marking for something. Similar way we will use so interface for all the objects, some marking. We will use this interface. We will see practically. So again, inheritance, this is interface level inheritance. If you want to access parent class means interface level, interface properties and methods. If you want to so initialize and implementation in the subclass level, then we will use interface level inheritance. Okay, so just I have given an overview of entire thing. So we will discuss these things tomorrow onwards, one by one, one by one. So what is where, what is let, what is constant? So what is the difference between where and let? What is the difference between let and constant? All those things we will discuss practically. Okay, but it will not take too much of time. Hardly, I think it will take 7 hours class. Means if you take 2 hour sessions, so then it will take hardly so 3 days or 4 days max. Okay, so that's why these all are simply JavaScript depends. If you know the JavaScript, so optimization codes are these all things. So inheritance we have done in this approach, we have to do something different. So accessing object properties earlier something, we have to do it something else. So anonymous function, we have done something else, we have to achieve something else here. So earlier block level scope, we have used where keyword, that is not recommended, we have used let. So that type of things we have to do that just for optimization and better approach. That's it. This is not new concept ES6. All are old concepts, but modern way we have to use it. So that's why some guys, they will call it as modern JavaScript. Okay, fine. So any questions you can ask me. So I don't want to summarize that bootstrap, just you have to use that class names. So otherwise I can summarize, but tomorrow onwards I will give the summarize because these things are very important. And as well as I will give you the time for asking questions also, because sometimes you may not understand immediately because we are new to this, right? Until JavaScript we have learned somewhere else. But ES6 features, this is the first time we are listening. Okay, if you listen already somewhere else, I can't do anything. But if you did not listen anywhere, this is new to us. Okay, fine guys. If any questions, you can ping me, or otherwise we will meet again tomorrow. I think 7 p.m. tomorrow, 7 or 7:30 something. We will discuss directly these features. No questions? Okay, fine. So tomorrow onwards, you will get more questions, and moreover, from React.js onward, you will get more assignments. So that's why be prepared. So this JavaScript and TypeScript you should aware if you want to do those assignments. Okay, fine. Thank you. Bye-bye. If you want to ask any question, you can ask me, or otherwise, so you can log out from the Zoom meeting. Thank you. Okay, bye. Good night.